Hello. Um, as promised, here's the second video I said I would do, and the unboxing of my new gun, which I purchased at the weekend. What can I say about this? I've been after one of these guns for a long while now, and like the price of it always seemed to put us off. But I was squirreling a few shillings away here and there, and my little kitty finally got to the point where there was enough in it to buy one if I wanted one. My uncle has one of these, but he's got the thumb-hurled version one, but also the carbine version. I liked it, but I was never too sure about the thumb-hurled stock on it. So it always sort of put us off, but it was still nice. I mean, out of all my guns, I've only actually owned one thumb-hurled stocked gun, and a cracking gun to shoot, but I'm just not too sure about the thumb-hurled. I think I'm more of a sport as stocked type of person. I like it. I like the way they feel, and they usually suit us and fit us quite nice. So like I say, I was in the shop. I was looking at the full size one, which I incidentally bought, the carbine one in the sport as stock, the full size one in the sport as stock, or the thumb-hurled stocked one. And the thumb-hurled stocked ones that I tried must be, according to the lad in the shop, the new model stock that's just come out, and it's more like a pistol grip with checkering on it. It's a lot nicer, I feel, compared to an older stock. But this had a nice bit of grain of wood on it, so this swayed it for us. The sport as stock, it's nice. It's the full size one. You get more shots, obviously. But the decision was made, and I decided to get this one in question. I purchased this up in Newcastle, Bagnall and Kirkwood, down there, Grey Street, and I mean, I was in there a good while. I was there with my brother and my uncle, and the lads in there couldn't be more helpful, and you know, let us try as many guns as I wanted. Unboxed a few till I come across this one, and I seen the stock in it, which was a nicer stock, to be fair, than the one that was on the shelf. But like I say, the lads that was in Bagnall's very helpful. And like I say, they opened a good fair few boxes for us till I found the one I liked. So a thank you to them. Anyway, here we go. The unboxing of my new gun. And what it is, I think you've probably guessed anyway, is a Wyrack HW100 full size compared to the carbine one. And bit of a heavy gun actually. Just get rid of that. I'm not sure you can see that. And that is the gun in question. Came with a cylinder, obviously, and a Wyrack silencer. 14-shot magazine, and you get two of these in the box. Fill-in adapter. The fact that you get two magazines with it is very nice. I think most manufacturers should stick two magazines in. Because it's a bonus. Because when you get one, if you lose it, that's it, you're buggered type of thing. But if you've got a spare one, it's better to have type of thing. I'll just get that out of here. Just forget this till I get this shifted. Box. Yeah. And there we have the Wyrack Sport as stocked in walnut stock. Not sure if you'll be able to see that or not. It's got some nice lovely grain, and once I get a bit of walnut oil rubbed into there and a good few quirts onto that, that should come up lovely. The only thing I wasn't too sure about, it's like straight lined. I think they could have done with a nice sweeping curve on there, but it's not an issue. Your cheek sits nicely to it when you're holding it. It's nice. I've not got any lever type guns. It's all bolt actions or probe ones I've got. So I'll have to see how I get a fair on with this. And that just pops out like that type of thing. It's like I say, it's 14 shot, which is a bonus. Most of the ones you get's 10 shots. I'll just have to remember which way the magazine goes in, but it seems easy enough. We'll pop it in, put the clip back, flick. There we go. Magazine's empty, but there's nothing in it. I've just checked. So the gun's cocked, type of thing, and that's it. Very quiet with the wire rack silencer on. Yeah, so I've got a few plans for this. Obviously, if you've seen the first video, you'll know I'm getting a set of MTC Viper Connects to go on this, and it's going to be used as a medium to long range ratting gun. I think. Like I say, I've also bought, you see there, that mounting screw there for the barrel band. Well, if you take that screw out and replace it with another one, like with a stud, you can fit a bipod, and that saves you drilling the stock. And to me that's a big bonus, because I've got a few guns where I've put studs in for bipods or slings, and it's always a very stressful few moments till you get the stock drilled and the stud in. That's just in case you split the stock, and that can be an expensive mistake. Or unless you do, if you get, some shops do the fitting service for you, but my thoughts on that one, well, I went to one shop in question down in the Midlands, got out and bought a gun, so I'll fit the studs for you. He proceeded to fit them. Now, I don't know if this bloke's seen the adverts for Vision Express, but he needs to go on, like, because cockeyed, the stud was halfway around there, and I was just not a happy chap, like. And when I pointed it out, he got a bit stroppy, like. And I says, well, you know, you've just basically knocked it, like. So wasn't happy. The owner come out, and he proceeded to swap the stock for us, which I was happy about. And I think the other gentleman in question was in for a dogging, like, because when the owner looked at it, he couldn't even believe how far off he'd managed to go with a stud. And he says, well, yeah, he hasn't even lined it up central. But that's another story. But in my view, fit your own studs, far better. Take your time, measure once, measure twice, measure 3, 4 times before you drill. Get it right, otherwise you'll end up buying another stopper, or fill it in, sand it down. But yeah, fit your own. I always find it's better. But like I say, with this, that screws out, the new stud goes in, job's done. Never having to drill, near out. There'll not be one put on the end. Because I very rarely use a sling. Like I say, I only usually drill one hole, fit the stud, and I use it for my bipods. Because I'd say 90% of all my guns have got a stud in for a bipod. Well worth it. My other little plan for it is, they didn't have any in. The carbine one I was looking at, they had, and what it had was a Huggett shroud come silencer, and they had a half barrel band on it, so you can still fix the stud in, but it does away with the band there, so it's fully floating. I've ordered one of them. Hopefully that should be here in a week or two, so that barrel band will be getting took out. Huggett shroud and silencer put on there, the bipod, and at some stage, hopefully over the weekend now, I'll get the action out of stock. I'll get a few coats of oil on it, but what I'll also do, I'll be taking this butt pad off and putting an adjustable one on. So it'll be a lot of filing and polishing to get it down to the desired size. When I do, I know a couple of lads have used dad's grinders to grind it down, but I like doing mine by hand. I know it's a lot more effort, but it gives you that little more bit satisfaction, I think. Getting it right, taking it off on, keep fitting it, get it just right. I know it's a lot of hassle, but the job's worth doing. Do it right, I think. So we'll see. So when I do the next video for this, hopefully I'll have it all set up. I'll have the butt pad done, a few coats of oil on it, and I'll have the shroud on it, and hopefully I'll have been down the range. I'll have to get a bit range time in to see how I get on with this new Connect, and how I get on with the side copping unit. But overall, I'm happy with it. I've been hankering after one for a while, and it's 700 and odd quid. It's a lot of money, but like I say, I've 20 quid here, 30 quid there, weighing my saving up tin for me air gun bits, and like I say, I've been saving up all year for it, so finally had enough in the tin, so I purchased it. And that was my brother's fault, I can blame, because he only went up for a few tins of pellets, and like I say, I clapped my eyes on these, and well, they were purchased. So early birthday present to myself. Birthday's in December, so bit of cheating there, like I say. But we got the other spare bits that come with it as well. You got a filling probe. We've got some sort of brass adapter. Not sure if that's for a dive bottle. That could be for a dive bottle, fit into the dive bottle, then put the bottle in. I'm not too sure. Looks like it. Because I've got. It looks like a dive bottle. I'm not sure what that is, but reading the instructions will clarify what that is. And the spare magazine. I think most manufacturers should put 2 in instead of 1. So if any manufacturers is watching this, just ponder on that one. Well worth it, those shooting lights. That's the thing with these. You open something up and you can never shut it the way you've got it. So, yeah, so that's, like I say, that's my new shooting gun, hunting gun, ratting gun, from whichever, but it's in .22 caliber. which is harder hitting for the rats, which it's going to be used for. So yeah, that brings to a close this second video. Only my second video I've ever done anyway, so I hope it wasn't too long and too boring. And I hope you liked it. Okay, thank you again. That's all for now. This video will be going up on my brother's YouTube channel again. So Mason R10. So have a look, have a view, give it a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you don't. But hopefully it's a thumbs up and you do like. Okay, well, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll bid you farewell. Thank you.